This is Svein on the SRS channel back again, and today we're gonna have a look at the 1/12 scale Mortal Kombat X Goro figure by Storm Collectibles. And yeah, here's the front of the box. The picture of the character on the front there, like usual with these boxes. And there's a picture on the side there, and picture going from the front going over on the other side there. And there's some various promo shots, and if I can get it on frame here. There is a bio if you want to read it. And yeah, Mortal Kombat X on the bottom and on the top. And that's pretty much it for this box. Now, this is the second Goro figure we have gotten from Storm Collectibles, and as with Shao Kahn in my previous review, the figure was from a different Mortal Kombat game compared to what the figures have been from so far. The same is the case with this Goro figure. This one is from the Mortal Kombat X or Mortal Kombat 10 video game, and it's the only Mortal Kombat X figure released by Storm Collectibles, just like the previous Shao Kahn, Mortal Kombat 9 Shao Kahn figure. It's the only Mortal Kombat 9 figure, I believe, unless we count the 7 first ninja figures they made. Other than that, it's basically been Mortal Kombat 2 and Mortal Kombat 3 and Mortal Kombat Trilogy. These figures have been from the early 2D era. And of course we had the Mortal Kombat 11 classic version of Scorpion. But other than that, there's been like this figure and 2-3 more that have been kind of derailed from the current line of figures. Anyway, let's open this one up and have a look at the contents. And here is what's inside the box. You get the plastic clamshell with the figure and accessories, and there's no logo on the backdrop this time around, but you have this kind of smoky sort of backdrop if you want to use it for a photo. But yeah, that's it for any backdrop. Too bad the clamshell seemed to have left some kind of marking on mine though, but yeah, it is what it is. Then you have the clamshell here. This is how everything comes packed. You basically get a whole bunch of hands. You get a couple of head sculpts, and you get the figure. And I don't see anything else in there, so let me take everything out of the clamshell and I'll be right back. And here everything is out of the box, and you basically get hands. That's what you're getting with this figure. You get a left and right pair of hands for his two upper arms, and you get a left and a right set of hands for his two lower arms. And yeah, it's basically two different sculpts here we're looking at. You get a pair of these grabbing hands, nicely painted and sculpted. And you get another set of kind of like grabbing hands, but since he don't have any accessories, so there's nothing here that could be called holding hands. It's basically posing hands or a grabbing hand. That's what you're getting here. You get like a reaching out hand, you get a pair of splayed out hands. Those are the 4 extra pair of hands for his upper arms. Then for his lower arms you get basically the same we saw on the top there, but this set has this strap going around the hand there, and yeah, actually these are for his upper arms, while the other for his lower arms. We'll get back to that and you'll see why in a second. But yeah, it's basically the same hands as we saw with the other 4 pairs, besides from this having the strap going around there, which I'll explain in a bit there. You get these extra hands here, and just to show you, I'm gonna grab a similar one from, this is the first set of hands we looked at for his other arms, and it's the same pose, but they are slightly smaller than the hands for his upper arms, and I'll explain why in a second. You get these relaxed or grabbing hands here, and you get splayed out hands. You get extra heads. You get this screaming head. The hair piece is on a swivel here. But yeah, you get a screaming head, nicely painted and sculpted. And then you get this grinning or gritting teeth head. And yeah, here is on a swivel here too. Straight out of the box, this swivel might be really stupid tight though, so be careful when you try to rotate the hairpiece the first time, so you don't snap the peg inside there, because this hairpiece, it seems I think it's actually hollow, because I'm pretty sure I can see a seam line down in the hair there. Then, and the middle section here is plugged in, because you can squeeze this hair pretty much all the way down. So this is a soft hollow piece that's plugged shut in the bottom there. It's probably to reduce weight. But yeah, that's it for the accessories. Let's have a look at the figure. And here is the figure. And yeah, this is how Goro looks in Mortal Kombat X, guys. And he looks pretty awesome. I like the armor. I like the muscle details. And overall, yeah, it looks really, really good. They still managed to keep most of the original aesthetics, and yet improved on the character itself. And yeah, there's a soft rubber piece for the upper torso as usual. All the gauntlets are rubber. The waist piece here and the belt is rubber. The leg guards are rubber. And yeah, I think even the necklace is rubber. Articulation is you have the same butterfly joint as usual. He can move his arms straight out. You got a bicep rotation, though mine is very stiff. But there is a bicep rotation here. You have a double jointed elbow, giving you about 90 degrees. There's a ball hinge at the wrist, giving you the up and down and side to side and all that stuff. Articulation is basically the same as with every Mortal Kombat figure. You got that pin with the ball that goes into the head and down into the neck, allowing him to look down, to look up. There's a swivel at the top here, and there's a ball joint in the hip Mine is stupid tight there. Loosen up. He can kick forward that much and back that much. He can do the full split. There's a double jointed knee, swivel at the top of the hip. Foot can move down, slightly up. There is a ankle tilt here. Mine is stiff. I don't want to try attempt my luck here, but there is a swivel in there if you can loosen it up. There is a toe joint there, and then you have this extra set of arms. They're on a ball joint in there. No butterfly joint as with the upper arms, but there's a ball joint and enough room there to give it some play. Other than that, you have the 360 degrees around. You got the bicep rotation, double jointed elbow, and you got that ball hinge. Hope I managed to get all that in focus. And then you have the head sculpt, and the head sculpt is pretty bang on from the movie, the first movie. Nicely painted and sculpted. The whole figure is nicely painted and sculpted. Forgot to mention this sash piece here. Can be moved around too. Not these other pieces though, it seems. They're soft rubber. Really nicely detailed and painted. And that's pretty much it for the figure. Now, when we were talking about the hands, let me just grab two random hands here. Both happen to be left, but there was a set of hands with this wristband around it, or this strap around it, and one set without it. That should give you a clue to which hand that goes to which arm. As you can see, the lower arms doesn't have that strap, but the upper arms do. So there's that. And yeah, let me bring out the first Goro figure and we'll have a comparison. And here we have the two Goro figures side by side. Have the original Mortal Kombat Goro on the left and the new Mortal Kombat X on the right. And yeah, they look very good together. Here you have them from kind of the front here. Here you have them more from the side. And they are basically just as big. Not much difference in the size there, but there is a difference in the body sculpt and body paint though, as you can see, and there's a difference in the armor. Obviously there's a difference in the appearance on both of them. The original Goro has a darker back with more spots, while the new one not as much. And the new one doesn't have spots from its shoulders and down, as the old one has spots all over his back and further down the shoulders and all the way down to actually the hips. You also have some spots running up his head as well. Which one do I prefer over the other? I'm a sucker for the classic, so I must say I like this one better. I also, when comparing, I'm not sure if you can see it here, but his the Mortal Kombat X Goro, his lower arms are slightly smaller in size compared to the upper arms, while on the original Goro all four arms are just as big. And though the Mortal Kombat X Goro is more detailed in terms of armor goes, I like the more plain look on the original one. I don't know how to put it. I think it just looks better. Sometimes less is more. And I just like how this looks more than I like this. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the comparison. So yeah, there's that. I must say one thing about this Goro compared to the original is that the original Goro we got, he was notorious for ankle breakage. A lot of people reported that the ankle on their figure broke, articulation was limited, and yeah, I haven't loosened up the joints on my copy of the Mortal Kombat X version yet, but I find the ankle joints on this one kind of limited too, because I don't get much more out of them than I did with the original one, because I'm afraid to push the joint because it's fresh out of the box and the joints are stiff, and I'm afraid that the joints may have frozen up, and if I try to push it I might break the figure, and I don't want to do that. But other than that, other people say that there's a lot better ankle articulation in this one, and I believe them because I've seen it. I'm not sure if I actually needed this Goro figure. I'm not sure if I needed the latest Shao Kahn figure we got either, but I'm a sucker for Mortal Kombat, so I'm getting any and every Mortal Kombat figure that Storm Collectibles puts out, unless there's a color variant of already existing figure or something like that. I'm not getting the same figure twice, but I might get the same character twice or more, simply because there's a difference in the appearance. Like with the difference in the appearance I mean sculpt wise, not just simply paint wise. And yeah, and this Goro will probably end up on its own shelf along with the other Shao Kahn and event exclusive Scorpion figure I have, because these three figures doesn't fit in with the overall Mortal Kombat line as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, if the two figures weren't in the same game at the same time, they don't belong. Then they don't belong on the same shelf either as figures. That's just me though. I don't like to mix and match franchises and series and all that stuff. If a character wasn't in the source material, it doesn't go in the theme of the source material on the shelf. That's just me though. But yeah, that's it for my review on this 1/12 scale Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat X Goro figure. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumb up, and if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. And as always guys, go nuts in the comments. Bye bye.